Hey, it's Birdman for the Arizona White Mountain Podcast. Time for the community shout here. We're post-Thanksgiving, so back off on the diet, folks, because it's 2020 and you don't want to explode, because I can see that happening in 2020. Anyways, we're going to start off this morning. We're going to talk with the Sheriff's Department. Got Sheriff Clouse. I downgraded him. You see what I did there? Now
you start somewhere.
Now I'm in trouble. So Sheriff Clouse and Chief Deputy Swanty. How you gentlemen this morning?
Good. Very good. How are you?
Good. So we're going to be talking about a little bit about some of the things you normally do, which are...
Yeah, so, we come on your show a couple times a year. We talk about traffic safety, highway safety, holidays approaching. Talked about watch your diet or whatever. we talk about highway safety because of the increase of impaired driving. We also have been on your show talking about the hands-free law coming in January 2021.
They're going to be able to find you, so watch out.
And then the third thing, we've had some side conversations, and there's a lot of, I don't want to call buzz, but a lot of concern, and we've been talking a lot for a couple of years about the increased use of fentanyl in recreational use of fentanyl.
So we've lost already this year a kid who tried fentanyl for the first time. She died. So it's a tragic thing, and a very, very little amount of fentanyl can have a big effect, not only the community, family, anything. So explain just a little bit about what fentanyl is and how it gets into the hands of the wrong people.
Yeah. So fentanyl is a synthetic opioid used in the medical field for many, many years, surgeries, for anesthesia, stuff like that, prescribed by doctors and monitored by doctors. Well, it is, would say, the highest level of
in pain management.
Pain management. So the recreational side world has said, well, we can up that. We can go from heroin or we can go from OxyContin. Now we start using fentanyl. Now fentanyl is being introduced into counterfeit pills into our communities.
Yeah.
We've been seeing it for 3 or 4 years. We've been seeing it in the White Mountains, I'd say, the last 18, 24 months. We've had a few overdoses per year, and it's starting to where people are like, what's this going on? Because one time people are using this, and they're dying from it.
Right.
So with fentanyl, it's as the sheriff was saying, there's a therapeutic medicinal purpose for fentanyl, and it's specifically in the pain management area. Very, very highly regulated and controlled through the medical field. The fentanyl that is coming into our streets to be used in an illicit manner, it's coming from China. The synthetic fentanyl is being shipped into South America, Mexico areas, and they're doing these giant pill factories.
Right.
And you've got some guy, not a pharmacist, not a scientist. You got some dude that's got how I describe it here is you got a big pot and he's pouring in all of his ingredients and he's got a ladle and he's stirring it all up. That's not mixed. It's not mixed properly. I mean, it's not thoroughly mixed. So as that batter, if you will, comes out, goes into the pill press, and they're punching out hundreds of thousands of pills, one of these pills could have 3 times the amount or 10 times the amount of fentanyl than the pill right next to it, just because of the way the batter was mixed. So pill B over here may have just enough fentanyl in it where you're gonna experience some sort of a euphoric high. Where the pill right next to it, pill A, it's got a lethal dose in it. You can't tell which one is which.
Right.
It's literally Russian roulette.
And you can look at Prince. Prince is a good example. The artist, and he was addicted to opioids, couldn't get any more opioids, couldn't get that done, so he went out to get some things, got fentanyl, 1 dose, boom, gone.
Yep. Shut your system down.
Yeah, and there's literally no help, Narcan, nobody responds fast enough to be able to save the person.
Correct.
So.
Yeah. And what also happens too, with opioids in general, is they'll give you an 8 to 12 hour effect of taking heroin or taking morphine or OxyContin or whatever, but it suppresses you. It makes you mellow. You feel no pain. You're kind of numb, but you're no fun.
Right.
So if you're at a party, do you want to be the dude hosting the party, sitting on the couch, just kind of in la la land? So they supplement that numb, pain-free feeling with some sort of a stimulant, whether it be cocaine, methamphetamine, or whatever. And we're seeing a big trend of fentanyl and a stimulant mostly methamphetamine combined.
Right.
So they're bumping up where they can be the life of the party, if you will.
Well, you know, this is new to our country. I mean, fentanyl is not
Yeah,
new,
yeah.
but this pill form is new. It's been around for probably 3 or 4 years that we're kind of seeing in Arizona for 3 years, 2 years, in the White Mountains for the last couple of years, and it's fatal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people don't know what it is. And we've always and we can continue to have our "Don't Do Meth" campaign.
Right.
But we've seen meth users that grow old.
Right.
We're not going to see fentanyl users grow old.
Right.
It's too risky.
It's just too risky. And we're seeing 18-year-olds. We're seeing 40-year-olds. It's hitting all ages and all age groups and demographics. But not to say to try other drugs. Don't do any of them. But try. It's sad to see in high schools and young families getting torn apart by it.
Speaking of other drugs, and because of something that just happened through the voting process, people voted to legalize recreational marijuana. You can't buy it. There's nothing about that that's legal right now. So until that process gets set up, the rules are clearly defined. Don't think that you can just run around and buy marijuana right now and do that, you know, without a medical license. But on top of that, you don't be driving with it anyways, right? So, you know, much like alcohol, you know, which is another drug that you can buy, don't go driving around with it. And this is this time of season where everybody sort of wants to, like, you know, be a little lax and lay back. Don't. It's just, you know, I talked to my wife this morning. Somebody had died, and it was right around a holiday. And I've got friends. It's everybody's like, well, why is it always happen around holidays? Because it's when everybody sort of like wants to kick back and relax, and doesn't want to follow the things they normally do. So you're not here to spoil the fun. You're just trying to make sure that we live through life and are safe together, right?
Correct.
You know, and people try to relate marijuana and the marijuana use and alcohol, you know, as equal.
Yeah.
And they're not.
No.
You know, you sit down and you drink 6 beers, you're going to feel that euphoric feeling, the buzz, if you will. You're going to feel that, and alcohol eliminates rather quickly. So alcohol eliminates, you know, for one drink, it's about an hour and a half,
right,
and your body eliminates that amount of alcohol. Where marijuana, that's not the case. You'll feel the onset and duration, 2 to 3, 4 to 6 hours, depending on the THC content. You'll feel that euphoric feeling, and pretty soon you don't feel high anymore, but your body is still receiving or sustaining that impairment level for up to, depending on the THC content, up to 24 hours after the time of use. So you could smoke today and feel the high right now, but by lunchtime it's gone, or maybe early afternoon it's gone, and then you get in a traffic accident or you're driving later this evening, you're still under the influence of that THC.
Yeah.
You don't even know it. And that's what the scary part is you stop these people and they say, well, I smoked earlier today, I don't feel high.
Well, and the other thing is everybody tries to isolate, well, it's alcohol versus marijuana. It's not going to be alcohol versus marijuana. It's going to be alcohol plus marijuana.
Correct.
So, chill out.
Normally in the holidays we say, you know, big holiday parties, don't drink and drive. Now we're saying, because we're seeing
don't bake and drive.
Don't bake and drive. But we're seeing
brother.
we're seeing the use or what we call impaired driving with drugs.
Right.
Whether it be prescribed, it could be pain management for some toothache or stuff like that, or recreational marijuana now combined with alcohol. Drug DUIs are much higher, or on the rise, and they have been for several years, and they're probably more prevalent than alcohol. But now we don't want to mix them all. Yeah. So our holiday message is don't do drugs and drive, and don't drink and drive, and now don't drink and do drugs and drive.
And let me just say, and I said it right to the beginning, it's all excesses, folks. So like I said with Thanksgiving, you can just back off on everything, relax. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, don't smoke too much. Don't do, just moderation. Moderation's a good thing. Take it easy. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in today and reminding us. And then we'll have them come back in to remind you not to text and drive, because I had a fun little instance with distracted driving over the weekend. So thank you. Once again, Chief Deputy Swanty and Sheriff Clouse, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Arizona White Mountains podcast. Community shout, hanging out here in the studio. It's been fun to be back. Garrett did a great job last week. Wonder how many people got that Pandora reference. I don't know. Comment. Let me know. Anyways, be safe out there. Be kind to each other. It's not too bad to wear a mask. It's your personal choice, and that's your right to choose to wear a mask or not. And just be nice to others. Be respectful online. Go. Spread cheer. And let's have a Merry Christmas as we head into the holiday fun this weekend. Please, love to see you out there at the parade. If not, watch it here online. Birdman Media. I'm Birdman reminding you, if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web. It's a wrap.